Hey guys, what's up everyone? This is Tanmay and I'm here with the iPhone 7 review. I've been using this phone for almost a month now and I want to highlight the key features of this phone. I've been an Apple user for a long time now. This last year I was using the iPhone 6s. So this review is completely dedicated to what are the major upgrades wherein the users who have been using different series of iPhones, so for example 6s and 6, whether they should upgrade to this phone or not. What are the benefits of having an iPhone 7? Obviously this is the hottest phone in the market right now, so there are a couple of benefits involved with it. First of all, I would like to start with the design. So as you can see in my hand, uh, these are the two new colors that have been launched by Apple. So I preferably chose to go with the matte black version, which is the black. Apple calls it black. The other version is a jet black. The reason why I took this design, this matte black finish, is because it is not prone to any scratches and fingerprints, which in case of jet black, it is not the same way. The jet black is prone to scratches, fingerprints. My couple of friends are using that phone, and even after using 10 days, the phone has a lot of scratches on the back, which seems ugly. And The only drawback of using this finish is this finish is a bit slippery. So for example, if I am holding the phone like this and if I am using it at an elevation, so sometimes there are chances that phone can get slipped from the hands. That's the one disadvantage, but it is not prone to any fingerprints or scratches. In a way, it is very good. The second benefit of the design is that there are the antenna bands, the creepy antenna, white creepy antenna bands which were visible there at this particular location. They have now completely knocked off by Apple. So these are not visible. So these are over the edges now, which can be seen on the different colors, barring this black and jet black. Other than that, if you are using a gold or maybe rose gold or silver, you can see those white bands. But these are not part of the plain design. The back would be plain. So it is a simple single back which does not have any layers on it. Next part of the design is the camera bump. So this time Apple has introduced a new camera system on this phone. We'll talk about it later in the second half of the segment. But to talk about the camera, it is pretty bumped outside the enclosure. Now the only drawback of this is when the phone is kept on a simple even surface or a plain surface, there are chances that it produces an uneven sound because of its uneven design. So this is one major drawback with the camera as of now. Other than that, as far as the camera is concerned, it is the best camera in the market right now. Now, the only drawback of this design, the only drawback is that Apple has removed the headphone jack. So this phone does not have a headphone jack. It just has the lightning port, one microphone, the other one is the speaker. There is no headphone jack. Now Apple is very courageously saying that their vision to the future is wireless, and this is the first step to a wireless future. They have introduced a couple of wireless Bluetooth headphones, earphones with this iPhone 7, which are the Apple AirPods. But to my understanding, headphone jack is a must in a device. Though I don't use it, but sometimes yes, there is a need wherein a headphone jack is required. So in a way it's good, but in a way it's bad as well. Now one more addition to this new design is the new stereo speaker system with this device. So this has one speaker like the iPhone 6 and the 6s on the right hand side. The other one is the speaker is embedded in the earpiece itself. So now this produces a stereo sound. The sound is twice as the iPhone 6s. It is very loud. You can watch YouTube videos, you can watch a lot of online stuff. The sound is amazing. The stereo speakers are amazing. I just love it. I love to hear music on my phone. Now let's talk about the home button. Now this time Apple has completely gone ahead and removed the physical home button. Now this is not a physical home button. It's a force sensitive touch button, which produces a click sound just like a physical home button, but it is not a complete button. So Apple has this taptic feedback right here inside. This taptic feedback, while pressing this button, it is not a button, while forcefully pressing it, it gives you a feedback in terms of vibration, and there's a click sound which is this sound is produced by the speaker. Now if you cover it with your hand, this sound is completely gone. If you remove your hand, this is again, there is a click sound. So this mechanism completely makes this as a virtual home button. It works as a home button, but in a way it's not a home button. And you can even go to the settings and go to the home button. In the home button you would see there are 3 parameters. So one is the kind of click or the kind of feedback that you want from your device. So 1 is minimum, 2 is moderate, and 3 is the highest. I keep it on 2. Now finally, Apple has gone ahead and made this enclosure water resistant. So though it is not an IP68 certified, it is IP67, which is water resistant and not waterproof. With this phone, it can take a splash, but you cannot go ahead underwater and record underwater videos. You can go ahead, but then it is up to you. It is again a risk-taking factor. Now Apple, in its promos and on its website, they have completely mentioned that if the phone the phone will get out of warranty if there is a water inside the body. Now the next segment is the camera. The camera with this device is now bumped up. The pixels are still the same. On the iPhone 6s also there is a 12 megapixel camera, but it was again an f2.0 aperture. With this you get an f1.8 aperture, which captures more light. Apple claims it captures 50% more light than the iPhone 6s, which makes this camera is the best camera from Apple in the market right now. And now this camera is powered with a quad LED flash, which is the brightest flash that I have ever seen, which is very good in low lighting conditions, wherein the pictures that you get in darkness or low light are the best that I have ever seen. So Apple has really bumped up the game as far as low lighting photography is concerned. They have also gone ahead and did some changes on the front side as well. So now the front camera is not a 5 megapixel camera, it is a 7 megapixel FaceTime Full HD camera. Earlier it was a 720p screen, now it is a Full HD camera. Now with the removal of this headphone jack, now Apple claims that the battery of this device has increased. So for example, the earlier version of the iPhone, which is the 6s, had 1750 milliamp hour battery. This one has a 1960 milliamp hour battery. Now Apple claims that Apple has added 2 hours of battery life to this device. I personally see a difference in the battery. So I have used the 6s for an entire year, and within the last 15-20 days since I'm using this phone, I can see the difference in the battery. This actually goes for long. I need not carry a charger to my office, and I can get the entire full day without charging my phone in between. Now this sums all the new features that are there in this device, and to wrap this up, I would say this is a pretty great device which offers wireless speeds up to 450 megabytes per second for downloads and uploads at 150 megabytes per second. This is the only phone that offers 25 LTE bands, which is an advancement in terms of carriers. Now the iPhone 5s and 6 users can definitely go ahead in the market and get this phone because it's an upgrade for them. But the only drawback for iPhone 6s users will be the speed and the performance are great, but then if you are not a heavy gamer, then I don't feel the need of these quad core processors in the 7 instead of that dual core in the iPhone 6s. So the speed and performance is great on this device, but then if you are not a heavy gamer, you need not go for this phone. Now to summarize this phone is an amazing phone in terms of camera. This has water resistance, this has stereo speakers, new design, new home button. So everything is new in a way, but packed in the same old enclosure. So we are expecting that Apple would be going ahead and doing a major design upgrade in terms of the new iPhone, which is due for a release in the month of September this year. But as far as this is concerned, this is the same old design which Apple has been using for the past 3 years. But they are tweaking this design and doing more modifications and alterations in this. Overall, it's a very good phone in terms of battery and connectivity is concerned, but then If you are a 6s user, I won't recommend it to you. 5s and 6 users, or maybe below than that, it's a thumbs up, guys. Go ahead and buy this phone without any delay. This is the best thing you can have in your pocket. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Do like it in case you like this video. Subscribe to my channel as well. Also, if you have any queries, please put them in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Peace.